Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fancy Football, where we bring you the latest on the African Nations Cup (AFCON). The AFCON has been so exciting, full of drama, left, right, center. Uh, we all saw what happened yesterday between Egypt and Cape Verde, and also what happened in Abidjan, the demolition of the host by nobody see that one coming by Equatorial Guinea, and also an own goal, which led to a win for Nigeria yesterday as well, for them to book a spot in the round of 16. So far, so good. Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria, Egypt, Cape Verde, and a slim chance for the host Ivory Coast on the best losers table. So far, so good. They are still there. They are hoping that things remain the way they are. Maybe, hopefully, things will remain the way they are, and they will have to turn up in their next match in the round of 16 if things remain the way they are. With me on the show today is the usual suspect, the man that knows all, both doom and gloom, and he comes with a whole lot of pedigree when it comes to football analysis, as usual. I have Nonso Arinze. Also, good morning and how are you?
Good morning to you as well. Good
Or
morning.
rather, good afternoon and how are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother. You see, it was what a day yesterday. See, this is the reason why we love the beautiful game. The reason why we love African football, and that's why after the World Cup and the European Championship, we are the best competition in the world. Argue with anybody. There's this finesse. There's this swagger about our play, physicality about our play, and you don't know what to expect. So, I could tag yesterday night as the night of shockers. And I think there's still more to come. I'm loving the fact that see the final games of the group stages will they bring the surprises, and I tell you, there's more to come. The more I keep looking at the group, the more I keep looking expecting more big games to come. So we'll delve into them one after the other. But I think for the neutrals, I think they're enjoying themselves. Maybe not for fans of the countries who are faltering, but for the neutrals, I'm telling you, they're really having a tournament a tournament, and they have. I think CAF will be really happy with what they are seeing at the moment.
CAF should be happy with what they are seeing with the excitement. But with them, a lot of money in the bank. That's what it is. With AFCON. A lot of money in the bank. So, but good to see that African football have come of age over time. Yeah, we just learned that yesterday Nigeria played their 100th game in the
Yeah,
African Nations Cup. The first one was against Cameroon, which they lost to like 6-3. And in the 50th match was the match against Senegal, which they beat Senegal in Ghana, Nigeria 2000, I think precisely
1,000.
2-1.
Yeah,
Yes. And their 100 match a win, courtesy of an own goal from the Guinea Bissau. Um, looking back at the matches of yesterday quickly, Nigeria versus Guinea Bissau, or rather Guinea Bissau versus Nigeria. Everybody expected a devolution from Nigeria. Everybody expected at least a hat trick from Victor Osimhen. What happened yesterday in that match? Because what I saw yesterday was a team that wanted to score, but didn't really know how to put the ball in the back of the net in terms of positioning. Because a lot of upsides yesterday. They had three goals at the back of the net, but those three goals were upside. So
I think I think
what
two of
is the
those goals
problem?
were hand. I think two of those goals were handball, and then I think one was offside. But let's see, let's call it what it is. For you to fly, I love saying this a lot. For you to win the lottery, you have to buy the ticket. The
Yeah,
Super Eagles of Nigeria have recorded just in over 180 minutes of football. Sorry, let's make it times three, which is 320 minutes of football. Only two shots on target. They had one in the first game, had one in the second game. Unfortunately, they didn't have any in the third game because the goal that was scored was an own goal. So, despite all the fact they were industrious, they ran rugged, they worked hard. but they're not. They're firing blanks. This takes me to the game that we saw between Cape Verde. Cote d'Ivoire had 22 shots at goal, only three on target. But Cape Verde, sorry, Equatorial Guinea had 10 shots on at goal, seven on target, four goals. What do you call that?
High conversion
Effectiveness,
rate.
exactly, and efficiency. That is what the Super Eagles don't have. They shoot waywardly. There is no shot on target. All the shot is either to the birds of the air or to the skies, which is shocking for a team that has the quality and the stars like Victor Osimhen, Simon Moses, and of course, not forgetting Samuel Chukwueze. That is one. Two, the team has proven that the Nigerian squad is squad. I don't call it a team. It is a squad, not a team. They do not play. There is no cohesion. There is no understanding. They look like they are playing with each other for the first time. The more I watch the game, the more you see the lack of understanding between the whole players. There is no synergy from the defense to the midfield to the attack. I know as at the last game, I told you that the midfield was non-existent. Now I can tell you that there is no even communication from the defense itself to the attack. Because I felt they would have gone with the formation Pesero had played. He went with the same formation he went against Cote d'Ivoire because I think he now understands that he has no midfield. He wanted to go long to the wingers. But I tell you, even the defenders are not at the same wavelength with the wingers or the strikers, which is sad. If Nigeria play the way they play yesterday against any top team, we'll be packing our bags. Nigerian fans are not believing. Even though they qualify, they're like, wow, whoever we meet next could be dumping or sending us back to Lagos or Abuja. Because, to be sincere with you, the boys didn't show why. The reason what Nigeria was expecting from the Super Eagles was a statement against the Guinea-Bissau team that is struggling. Lost their first two games, consider four against Equatorial Guinea. So we expect, okay, if Nigeria would even would score plenty, they would score as much as three goals, to ensure that they make a statement in the group. But unfortunately, everything just went south. The Guinea-Bissau team could have even got a goal, even for that slim upside, because
Yeah.
the way that was a cracking finish. Past them with Stanley Wabali, was beautiful finish there. It showed proper coordination and control. Three, I've listed four in three reasons. That the fourth reason. Here we go again. I must repeat Victor Osimhen. He is pressured. He is always in a hurry. The best strikers are ice cold in front of goal. Osimhen is always in a haste. Why? I don't know. Who is chasing him? I don't know. What is he trying to prove? He's the African Footballer of the Year. He's not supposed to prove anything. If I believe if Victor Osimhen was calm in front of goal, he could have scored 50 goals for Napoli last season. Because of his rush, there's always a rush of blood to the head. He's very rash with his finishing. That's why he could score 30-something goals last season. And he showed with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. To be sincere with you, his record with the Super Eagles is poor. A lot of people say he has scored 18 goals so far the Super Eagles, but he scored 5 against one team, Sao Tome and Principe. Remember, he went from home and beat them 10 goals to nil. So that means after that goal, he's won in every other 3 or 2 games, which is sad. For the quality of player that we have, that he brings to the fold, it is really sad. So I think these are the things that, plus again, what is Nigerian philosophy? I come back to Pesero. You could see he was furious in the bench. He was jumping, gesticulating. But can we say the Super Eagles has got a style? See, to be sincere with you, this team is best suited to play against the bigger teams. I told you one of the reasons why Nigeria performance was better against Cote d'Ivoire was because they wanted to rise to the occasion. They wanted to rise. They wanted to rise to the occasion. They wanted to rise to the occasion against the host, one of the favorites to win the tournament, and that is why they played the way they played against a team that is lowly rated, that they should be beating, that they should be pummeling. They struggled the way they did. So for me, I think this whole thing put together gave a reason why Nigeria faltered yesterday. It was a terrible performance, an abysmal. Yes, we won though, no disrespect. They say a victory is a victory. I saw some Nigerian fans taunting some guys from Ghana, but the truth remains, and I repeat that Super Eagles were below par yesterday, and this was the reasons, from the tactics to the coach to the setup to the cohesion to Victor Osimhen to the fact that they are not having shots at goal. All this brought together has formed a very wicked and poor Super Eagles. I repeat, a wicked apostle. So Nigeria fans are celebrating that they qualified. They are not better than Ghana. Ghana are very good attacking wise. You know Ghana's problem. We'll come to that very soon. Ghana play good football, but they have the Achilles heels. Nigeria has so many Achilles heels, but they find see like we were saying off air. See Nigeria will just stumble and fall and stumble and fall. I mean, we find their way in the final like they did in 2013. It could happen, but this team, come on, man, it's really sad. I'm not proud to say this is the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I don't think former ex-national will call this the Super Eagles. They may call it the national team of Nigeria, but come on, this team there's nothing super about this team. Absolutely nothing super.
Okay, you said so. There's nothing super about the Super Eagles, this current Super Eagles team. But going forward, I think we have to make some changes. And I said so when we were looking back their match against the Ivorians, and when we were looking ahead to the match they had yesterday
Yeah.
against Guinea-Bissau. And I said so, and I said this. I said, should Pesero go all out? I just think that there are different ways and different style of play you can use in playing against a better opponent and also in playing
A
against
lesser team.
a lesser opponent. But
Absolutely.
but also Pesero, sorry, got that of the better opponent right against in Cote d'Ivoire. But when it comes to the lesser opponent against Guinea
Equatorial Guinea
Bissau,
and Guinea-Bissau. Yeah.
yes, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea Bissau, I even just think that the Equatorial Guinea respected us in that match we played against them. To be frank,
Oh yes. Oh yes. I
they
agree with
respect
you.
because they were also
They
scared
were
of
scared.
when yeah, they were
They were
also
scared
scared
for
at
nothing.
that moment because the equalizer came in instantly. If not
Immediately.
so,
Yeah.
yes, if not so, we could have also been under
Had a
their
oh,
sword because they
exactly.
played really good beautiful football. Even though they had only one shot on target, they played really good beautiful football all through
That,
that. Yes,
yeah.
but I think Pesero needs to look for the balance. The balance he needs to look for. Where he will get it, I don't know. Me and you can't tell him this is what he needs to do. He is a coach, and he has been coaching for maybe over a decade now. He is a coach, so he should look for solution for the Nigerian Super Eagles. We need
Let's
an
be sincere.
identity. We need an identity. We need a style of play, and we have to get that identity for the Super Eagles.
But we can't do that. We can't do that now.
We can't do that in this tournament, I know, but going
It's
forward,
already broken.
whether
It's
whether
broken already.
yes, whether Pesero is
Broken.
is the head coach of the Super Eagles in the future to come or not. But the next job is for the FA and for the technical committee is to get an identity for the Super Eagles, whether they like it or not.
We need to have a style. See, need to have a philosophy. We don't have it. The Ghanaians do. The Egyptians do.
Yeah,
Cape Verde, even watching them they play, they do.
they do.
Nigeria,
Yeah,
we
very
don't. We
organized.
don't.
We don't.
We just play. Even kick and follow. See, we are worse than kick and follow. No disrespect. Some teams in the MPFL we will not play as badly as the Super Eagles played. The difference between the Nigerian Super Eagles and the teams in the MPFL is the quality of the players. Because Osimhen can pick the ball and turn and hit the ball from 40 yards. And it is Victor Osimhen. And the whole fans are screaming in high heavens. Otuekeze can get past proper play and it happens. That is just the
Yeah,
difference. But there is no style, there is no gal. I had someone talking about finesse. I say you go first learn to pass ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before begin to talk about finesse and swagger about play. You have to learn to play football first now before you talk about swagger. This team is not playing. Talk about play with swagger. You know, first see, even the Guinea-Bissau team played better football than us. They passed the ball well. They moved the
yeah,
ball with confidence. What they needed was a little bit of finesse, and they will beat us. Nigeria did not even know how to play. For every 1, 2 passes, we give it back to the opponent. The only time we threatened is when we got the counter attack against a Guinea-Bissau team. It's happening. All our the final passes are always off target. Never get it to the right man. And when he does get to the right man, he ends up rushing the ball of play. It's that bad. So I think these are the things they need to work out for. And things they need to look out for heading to the tournament proper. See, I'm scared though. I'm in Nigeria, I'm scared for whoever I'm gonna meet. Whether it is Guinea-Bissau, even Cameroon, if they up against Cameroon, they'll beat this Nigerian Super Eagles team.
yeah.
Is that
Definitely.
empty? Is that empty? How do you build your team around just defending? When you concede one, you can't respond. You play the whole 90 minutes of football. I didn't have a shot on target. I used to percent after the game, and he was screaming. I think he was screaming. I'm screaming. And this boy should start taking their chances. That is getting serious. He's getting serious. It's a problem.
It's true.
It's a problem. You can't be playing badly and missing chances. It's a sin. It's an error. Is it that you are playing well and missing chances, or you are playing badly and scoring goals? We pick one. You cannot be playing badly and not scoring goals at the same time. It's an error. In Yoruba, I don't take it. We can't take it. It's sad,
Okay.
though. It's really sad.
Okay, the sport bishop. uh, let's go. Let's look at the other matches that happened. Equatorial Guinea versus Ivory Coast 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea, and we saw the way the Equatorial Guineans carved the Ivorians out. Everybody thought it was Uhuru for the Ivorians at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Looking at the stars, they paraded the likes of Francasia, Fafana, and a whole lot of a host of good players that they have. But at the end of the day, they were
yeah,
carved. They were carved. I will say something about these smaller sides that are coming up in African football later, maybe towards the end of this segment.
yeah.
But one thing I have observed about these smaller sides is that they are no longer afraid. That's just it. They are no longer even the Tanzanians, even the Mozambican teams,
Mozambique.
yes,
Yeah.
even the Namibians, they are not afraid of what will happen. They just
It
take
is
each game as it
simple.
comes.
It is
So
simple.
that's
This is why they're not afraid, because the guys so-called big boys are not improving. I'm gonna be afraid of. See, it's not like Equatorial Guinea against Nigeria. They respected Nigeria too much. If they came out to play Nigeria, they were beating Nigeria. They were expecting. You see, you know when you put somebody so high, and you're expecting so much from that team, so much,
yeah,
and then before you could get yourself, the game is already gone. You've drawn the game. If they had come out and played, they would have beat, because the one who was playing for Nigeria, they didn't even get a quarter of it.
yeah,
Why do teams not why do teams not go and attack Senegal? You attack at your own peril. First, give them their respect, because whatever you expect, they give to you. They humble you. They give you humble pie. You eat. They nourish you with goals. That's how Senegal plays. Somebody they kept the spike so high. Oh, it's Victor Osimhen, the African Footballer of the Year. He's on choice a place in AC Milan. So they put us in a very high place. Before they realized, these guys are not playing, no. They're just ordinary. Before the time had gone, and Nigeria has escaped to the draw. If they had come out to play it, because I noticed that what the coach did against Cote d'Ivoire, because they watched the game against Nigeria Spikes, they realized that these guys, they're ordinary. Their strength is in the midfield. If you block out for Fana, block out Ibrahim Sangare, block out Frank Kessé, who has created more chances in the AFCONs than any other player in the league. Take out these three players in Cote d'Ivoire. You have an empty set of players. The paper is past his best. Is almost finished. Bamba, Kraft, so these are young boys trying to make a name for themselves.
yeah.
They would have done was as Mase Hele, but he didn't allow him to play much. So unfortunately, he didn't even kick a ball so far. So you ask yourself, what would expecting these boys? These guys are new. Most of the Ivory players are young players. Apart from the midfielders, they are all new. Couple with the fact that the coach of Ivory Coast also killed himself. In a tournament, you're making 5 changes, you're changing your back line. It tells you you're not even sure of your back. No matter how bad Nigeria played, we kept our back line. Cameroon kept their back line. Ghana kept their back line because of continuity's sake. There's a reason why you don't change your back line for and goalkeeper, because those are very key important. But the coach wanted to change his full back line. Said to the bench for single. He got in Willy Bolly, and took out this guy. So and you ask him, what was he thinking?
Yeah.
So they saw they smelled the rat, and oh boy, what did they do? They killed it. They killed it. They took no prisoners. It could have been
Absolutely.
worse. It could have
Absolutely.
been worse. Because at some point, the coach Gasset was hand on head throughout the game. The
Yeah.
fans couldn't believe their eyes. And at 70 minutes, they were trooping out of the pitch of play. We saw what happened. I'm against violence and against whatever the fans had done. But it was so bad, they were breaking down buses that were conveying people. It was that bad. It was almost a riot in Cote d'Ivoire. How do you spend a huge amount of money and organize football, a culture like this, and play so badly? In one of Drogba, it's not that teams who host competitions don't go out of group stages. It's the manner at which they went out. 4 goals to 0 against Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
It's shambolic. So simple. Equatorial Guinea smelled the coffee. They took advantage of the lackadaisical culture of the Cote d'Ivoire team, and it could have been worse. Every other team should brace up for Equatorial Guinea. You see, you underrate them at your own peril. They've got this guy who is scoring goals. He's in the best form of his life. Before the tournament, he has had 17 goals for the national team. Put 552 that night. He has scored 22 goals. Let me see, Emiliano Sway. The boy is finishing his top notch. He doesn't touch the ball so many times in the pitch. Oh. When he gets the ball, he knows where the post is. And he has led this team by example to where they are at the moment. Imagine them topping a group that has Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. What a great achievement. The first time in their history they're topping a group in the African Cup of Nations.
Okay, let's look at the match between Egypt and Cape Verde and Ghana quickly, and Ghana and Mozambique. Everybody thought the Ghanaians have already broken that jinx of not licking goals,
Yeah.
but the last 10 minutes of that match, in short, not of the match, within the extra
Two
time,
minutes.
in the extra time, they considered two goals, one a penalty, and the other one, who knows how they manage to open up their leaky defense once again and allow that goal pass through. I don't just know, and we've been talking about this issue of Ghana licking goals, not being focused in defending, but very very catchy in attack,
Yeah.
not really good in looking at pinpointing the danger when it comes, but always good in passing the ball up front, 1-2, 1-2, and the bam, you get a goal. That is what this Ghana side represent in this AFCON. They will be in
See,
Accra now. Most of them, most of the players will be in Accra now,
yeah,
licking their wounds. The manager licking his wound as well. He will say, "How did he get it wrong?" Took a lead against Cape Verde, lost the match
absolute.
at that minute. Took a
Yeah.
lead, took a lead against Egypt, lost the match at the dying minute too. Took a lead again against a Mozambican side that you are expected to beat black and blue. The same thing, lost the match at the dying minute. That's a loss for me. That's a loss for me. Lost that match at the dying minute. What what a Ghanaian side. They can attack, yes, fine and good. They have the Kudus, the Pencil, all of them there. The IU brothers, they have them. But the question is that why can't they defend very well?
Now, if you want to put the Ghanaian tournament in a nutshell, it's complacency. As much like you said, as brilliant they are in attack, they're always going to be a suspect in the back line. Coming to this tournament, there were two teams I was talking about. When we were doing the preview, and I
Yeah.
said there are two teams that I know they will always consider a goal in every game. One was the Black Stars of Ghana, the other was the Super Eagles of Nigeria. One have found a way not to not to concede every other game. I don't know how. After the first game, which is Super Eagles, the one has accepted my judgment on their back line and concede twice. Yes, twice every game. So how do you expect Kudus to survive when he needs to score 3 goals to win a game? Who does that in modern day football? That's the major issue. First of all, I think defensively they were all over the place. Come on, man. I don't think there was. See, and to be sincere with, to be fair with the coach of the team, talking about Chris Hughton,
Yeah.
would the coach teach you how to pass the ball? Would the coach teach you how? Would the coach teach you not to pass back? As a striker, talking about the chance in Jack Williams cost last 2 weeks. Will the coach teach you that you have a corner kick, you have a throw, clear the ball, you turn and face your post and we're running back to your post, and you lose the ball and the guy taps the ball in the back of the net? Well, can a coach can he teach that to professional players? These are players who play in the Bundesliga, Juku. These are players who play in the Premier League. Abate. These are players who play in top league. So how do the coach negotiate this kind of issue now? He has done his job in setting you up to play attacking football, and you are scoring goals. You are scoring so many goals, enticing the fans. The fans are happy with the way you attack, but defensively you are suspect, and not because of you are not set. You didn't set up well, because whenever they attack them, they collect this ball, they mark the ball, and they lose the ball back. It's not that they have collected the ball from the player. When that's when they now lose the. Look at Jack Williams. Track back, collected the ball from the attacker, and they give a back pass to a free man. The same thing with Juku, collected the ball from the attacker, turned back, and lost the ball in front of his goalkeeper. How does a coach negotiate that? That's the problem. How does a coach negotiate? How does he bring them down, sit them down, and say, "Come, this is how to defend When you get the ball, kick the ball out, no landing. It's what a coach like Chris Hilton will be telling somebody like Juku, telling somebody like Salisu, who has played the Premier League over and over again against the masters of this world. Went how to clear your back line. See, it's complacency. I think, see, the biggest issue, maybe this will humble them finally. You know, we talk about Ghana, they think humble pie. Now, maybe this will bring the hub, will give them the. See, Ghana's record at the AFCON in the past 4 edition is abysmal. 2013, round of 16. 2021, group stage. 2023, group stage. 2017, 2013, group stage. So in the past 4 AFCON, they have knocked out the group stage. If 3 of the 4, who are we deceiving? They should agree first of all, please. Every Ghanaian listen to me. No hard feelings. You are an average team. Accept it first of all. You are no longer a firepower with the days of the Messers, the Dennis Agogo, the SCS of this world, the Stephen Appiah of this world. You are an average team. Accept it first. Then after you accept it, you eat your humble pie. So you don't want to be doing big boy in your defense. You clear the ball out. You clear the ball out. Not every team in the Premier League passes the ball from the back. If Barca can afford it, Arsenal can afford it. I don't think Leicester can afford it. Everton cannot afford passing the ball from the back. They clear away their line because they know that they don't have the quality. They don't have a Van Dijk. They don't have a Diaz. They don't have a Saliba. So they can't do it. They only have a Trokowski who will kick the ball away with so much power. That is what they have. So you play to the strength of what you have. So first of all, Ghana will have to accept that they're average and then begin to build, because as much as they played good football, better than what the Super Eagles churned out in 3 games, football is won by results. It's won by results. And it's not about scoring goals. It's about how well you keep your back line. If a team scores more than you can score, or you concede more than you can score, then you lose the game. They're simple as that. So I think they need to go back and work on the defensive frailties. That Achilles have been the Achilles here for a long time. For the past 4 AFCON, if they can work on it and get it right defensively, this kind of team can go all the way. But for now, it's sour grapes, licking of wounds time. They should lick their wounds with so much vigor and happiness, because these things happen once in a while. Like I said, like I always used to say, I know it's bad, but people I say it has to get very bad for it to get better. So this is the bad times of Ghana football. Now, just boys getting there, they don't work, it don't take time. We are getting there. We forget the Osimhen. We are getting there. Where we'll be going out of the group stage.
Prophet of Doom, be careful. Don't allow the fans of this country to.
There were times we used to get to the semi-final and then we begin to argue, can we get to the final? We want 7 bronze medal in a row. There were times we're like, oh, no matter how bad the AFCON be, we get to semi-final. Last AFCON, we were dumped out of the group stage, right? This AFCON, we just wanted to escape by the skin of our teeth, right?
Yeah.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Last 2 hours, group stage, then round of 16, now round of 16 again. Hopefully we don't start getting humble pie. I'm not bearer of bad news, though. I'm just telling you what is going to happen if we don't put our acts together. The bossy, forget about Pesero right now. We don't have a coach. The boys will have to step up and play their game. They said to the Ghanaians that they had a good coach, but their compliance set in, and it cost them really bad. I feel sorry for them, but I feel happy for Mozambique, because if Ghana had won that game, it would look like the Mozambique team were a very bad side. They were not. If you watch their game against Egypt, they were like 2 seconds away from winning that game. Remember? Before that penalty, they were 2 seconds away from winning that game. They were compact defensively. It was inexperience that played a toll on them, and they lost that game. Cape Verde, who are the surprise players of this tournament, were too good for Mozambique. The golf was too much, and then again they held a mighty Ghana. That's not really a bad side, but in football there must be a winner, there must be a loser, and that for that group is for. We'll come to Cape Verde. It's Cape Verde group, but come on, Ghana will ask themselves, like you said, how did they get it wrong? Always scoring first, always on the verge of getting something at the end of 90 minutes, and end up throwing away everything in 90 minutes. 2 points from possible 9. That is poor. If it's in school or in academics, it's an F9.
It's absolutely an F9. Okay. Egypt against Cape Verde. We all saw what happened yesterday. Even despite the Egyptians considered the first goal,
Yeah.
came back into the match. I think that's what they are used to now. They came back into that match like the first man, they scored the first goal against
Yeah.
Mozambique. They considered two unreplied goals until towards the end of the tail end of that match. They got a penalty thanks to Mohamed Salah, and they were able to win to draw that match level. The same thing as well against Ghana again. Came into the match, considered two goals. Ghana Ghana were relaxed, and bang, the Egyptian came back, score one, score two towards the tail end of that match, and that was all.
Yeah.
The same thing we saw what happened yesterday. That's why they took the lead in that match. Towards the tail end again, Cape Verde came in and gave them a shocker. But thank God that they were able to qualify. I think for the first time, a team is qualifying with three draws, if I'm not mistaken. One of the first time the team is qualifying in a group stage of an AFCON. Three
Yeah,
draws.
with
Maybe I
three
will check.
doors.
We have to check our record book to see if there's another team that have qualified with three draws in the group stage.
Yeah.
But the Egyptians, despite the lack that killer that defensive scenes that we saw them have in previous years, but they still have the firepower, even as they as they as they've lost their talisman in the person of Mo Salah
Mohamed Salah.
due to
Yeah.
due to a muscle injury. I just love the way the Egyptians they reacted even when they were not scoring, when they were not really things were not really going up for them. They were still pushing in attack until they got that goal that made it two
Mm.
one. But on the other side, they couldn't keep out the Cape Verdeans, who have shown repeatedly that, like Equatorial Guinea, we can also do better. We can also come with our A game. We can also play fearlessly,
Mm.
and just good to see these sides coming of age, coming to the AFCON. I think this AFCON, like I said, is the AFCON for the lesser side. Let's just put aside what Senegal is doing. Let's put aside what other teams are doing all around. But this is AFCON for the lesser side, and they are proving themselves. They are showing that they have come of age. They are showing
Yeah.
that even with our small population, we can get good players like Croatia too, with their small Iceland, because with their small people, but they can get
Yeah.
27 man that can represent their country effectively. And how do they do it? I keep saying this is by collection of data, knowing that this player, not saying this player is in India and he's doing well, or let's bring him to Super Eagles.
Oh.
This one is there. You have to collect data. Those players you have in the Super Eagles or in the Super Eagles, they need to play consistently. Some of them are languishing on the bench. But when you look at the likes of Emilio Insue, you look at the likes of Edu
Yeah.
for Equatorial
Edu,
Guinea,
yeah.
you
Iban
know these
Edu.
guys play for their team consistently, and that is what these smaller sides are doing now. And kudos to them. They are teaching the big side how to search for players, how to scout for players, left, right, center across the world. Whether you're playing in the Premier League, in the Portuguese league, across the world, they know how to search for those players, and they know how to get the right manager to bring these players together. No big heads, no ego, nothing. I've scored 19 goals, is not there. I'm the African world best player is not there. I won the Scudetto for Napoli last season, is not there. What they are showing is that they are showing cohesiveness, unity, and the FA knows the FAs of this country knows that they need to improve their football going forward. If not so, they will continue to remain minus and minus forever.
I think this is the years of the underdogs, like you just said. The AFCON for the underdogs. They've proven that they can fight. Look at Equatorial Guinea. Look at Mozambique. Though they didn't qualify, they gave a good account of themselves. Look at Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau too. Look how they went toe to toe with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Like I said, they could have snatched a draw in that encounter as well. It's just that football is improving. Look at Cape Verde. Who gave Cape Verde a chance to go into a group like Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire and top Egypt and top it? See, as much as we want to praise Egypt for yesterday, there's one thing that worked for Egypt. I must be sincere with you. Egypt, like you said, defensively all over the place. See, from El Ghazi to Abdomin, these guys are old. If they rely on these boys for the next 2-3 years, they will suffer loss, huge losses. I'm serious, huge losses. But it's one thing that they had going for them is there was a fighting spirit. Those boys fought. They were like, we're not going out, we're not going home today. And that was how it happened. As at one day, you could think that Egypt were playing for their life. The goal brought in Trezeguet, one of the players I like so much. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of that guy when I was at Aston Villa. And the boy was fighting. He may not be the same, when it comes to um, quality like the guys he replaced. But the boy is a fighter. You know what it means to play for the Egyptian national team because he's been there for so long the time. It's like a furniture, like Mohamed Salah. They came in at the same time with their Oneni, the same time. Not these younger ones like the Amaris. No, not them. Not Mamouche. Not Mustafa. He came with their Oneni. So you understand what it means to play for Egypt. It's to be a seed far away in Egypt, to have one of the best leagues in Africa as the best player in Africa in code like Mo Salah and get dumped out of the African competition. So they fought and they fought even without Salah. They fought. You could see Salah coming in to collate them because the draw looked like a win to them because no matter how you want to say, oh, they drew it, oh, it's not Cape Verde. Cape Verde smashed Ghana, smashed the other team. I'm talking about
Mozambique.
Mozambique. Absolutely. So they got a draw and they got through. Not vintage Egypt, not a vintage tough man, I must say it. But boy, oh boy, they've got the job done. 3 points or no 3 points. See, at the end of the day, they end up winning the African competition. You wouldn't tell me they qualify with 3 points from the group. The golden rule in group stage is simple: get out of the group. That's the
Exactly.
first rule: get out of the group. And then after which is one game at a time. We saw Nigeria leave their group the last AFCON 100%. We were hailing AFCON. What happened? Scanning happened to us, and the rest is history. So it's
Exactly.
about it's about navigating out of that group, which they have done. They are through to the next round now. They can now start thinking of the next game. Hopefully, they come if they can get to semifinals. Salah will join up with them in the semifinals, and then maybe captain and push them to the final to win it. Don't forget, Salah, this Egyptian team have not won it since the golden era of the Hussein Hassan,
Abu Tricas.
the Abu Treka, the Midos, you understand, the Zakis of this world, the Ghettos of this world. Apart from those period, they've not won it. I don't think another has won it before. I don't think Salah has won it before. They want to win it for the country. They want to win it for the team. So it is what it is, my brother. Egypt fought too hard. They deserve to get a result from that game. But how good is this Cape Verdean team? Never say die. We thought, okay, Egypt had fought back and got a win. They scored again in extra time to draw to pay. I mean, see, you can't. Like I said, the reason that the small boys are doing well. I said, apart from the fact that the FA are doing well and the fact they are fighting, is that these guys there is no big name. They fight for themselves. It's about team football. Ramendes will become a star after this AFCON because of what he has done in this AFCON. But before now, he was just a normal player. Usue will become a star after this AFCON. Before that, was not a normal player. Bebe was known as the Man United flop. Even the people in the Kodoba said Man United flop scores wonder goal. He's not as a Man United flop, but now he's not a guy flop. He's scoring goals. The same thing with Edward, the guy who plays
Yeah.
for Equatorial Guinea. So these players will become African top players after that. But for now, it's about the team. They are fighting together. They defend together. They attack together. They give it 100% together. They push together. They believe they can write history for themselves. They may not win the competition, but they want to look at 2023 AFCON as the AFCON that Equatorial Guinea emerged, as the AFCON that Cape Verde emerged. That is what it's all about. The so-called big boys are like, come on, my big boys, we should go and stream roll and get past them. But the younger ones are like, wow, let us make history. Let's use Cote d'Ivoire to make history. Let's use Nigeria to write the books. If they beat us, it's not a news. If we beat them, it is breaking news. Is that the news? Is that the jet right now? If they beat us,
Exactly.
if Cote d'Ivoire beat us, it's not news. They
Not
should beat
news.
us the African ranking. But we beat them, we break. So let us make the news. Let us make a name for ourselves, for our coach, for our team, for our nation. Let us fight as a unit. And that's what these younger boys are doing. I fear for the big boys in this competition. We may end up seeing a team like Zambia, like we saw in 2012, when they have gone.
If care is not
In 20,
taken.
yes, can't not take it. Usue could lead this team to the AFCON. Usue, who is 34 years, who gave him the chance to do this? Or maybe it's Bebe. Who knows? Who knows?
Good for the smaller sides in this AFCON. I think they've come to play and they are really doing their best to show that they have come of age in African football. I would just say bravo to them, bravo and bravo once more to them.